But I'm going to introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker's name is Christy Ramirez. She's the Housing Director of Growth, which is a program based in the City of Rock Island. There are many wonderful programs there. Christy had 23 years in banking and accounting and mortgage financing. I have to put my glasses on now because I'm getting and she is the Housing Director with Rock Island Housing Economic Growth Corporation, which is the acronym for growth. And she uses her lending experience to help people qualify for programs. They have a live and work on Rock Island program that allows you to borrow, or they will give you 5% for your down payment up to $2,000 in closing costs. So if you know anyone that is currently looking for a house and is going to live in Rock Island, please make sure that you give Christy Ramirez a call. Today she's going to speak to you about payday and car title loans, also predatory lending. And without further ado, Christy Ramirez.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know if I'm going to need this microphone. I've never been accused of being too quiet before. Just ask my children. A couple of housekeeping things first. Anyone with phones or pagers, if you please put them on vibrate for the speakers. The restrooms are across the hall, down the hallway, to your right, and the restrooms are on the left-hand side. Feel free to get off if you need to. This is pretty informal. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about predatory lending and predatory lenders. There are some certain tactics that make them recognizable. If you go to anyone and they tell you that if you come back and you take my service or my product, and I will charge you a 5% interest rate over 3 years for my car, and you come back later and they tell you, you know what, your credit wasn't exactly what I thought it was, you're not going to qualify for that, it's time to get up and walk out the door. If they are changing the terms on you when you actually go back to sign up for the service, if they're charging you higher interest, making it a shorter term, or charging you additional fees, that's called a bait and switch. They bait you in with the best terms that they can give you, and then when you come back, they try and charge you more. That's a predatory lending tactic, a bait and switch. What's another one? How many of you have seen the advertisements on TV? Car dealerships are famous for this. I can give you this car for $200 a month. Remember seeing those on TV? Yeah? How much is that car? It's $200 a month. No. How much is that car? It's $200 a month. Are you deaf? No, it's not. You don't know how much that car cost. You don't know how long you have to pay that $200 a month. You don't know what the interest rate is or the fees associated with it. Maybe it's not even paid off after the end of that 3 or 5 years that they tell you. Maybe it's a balloon payment, so that you pay $200 a month for 3 years, you expect to get your title in, oh no, you still owe $5,000. They didn't tell you everything, did they? It's the same way I feel about title loans. If you look on this lovely lime green sheet here, what you are wanting to do on the very last page, this is an actual copy of a document from a title loan company. Was a 3-month loan. And if you look in the box that says APR, 300% was the finance charge for that title loan. If you cannot pay that title loan off at the end of the 3 months, they'll be more than happy to refinance it for you. More than happy. But after a certain period of time, they're going to want their money back. And guess what happens if you can't pay their money back? You can wake up in the morning and your car can be gone.